Hey guys, this is Archon. I've been playing a bit on Act 3 of Inferno recently, and I just wanted to show you guys how horribly I'm getting raped. And I'll also show you some of my skills as they've changed a bit from Act 2. I now need to stay much further away from enemies, so I'm using Magic Missile again, but with Seeker, which allows you to kind of just shoot into the darkness and still hit stuff. You can also kind of shoot around corners. Blizzard with Frozen Solid, just to keep them from getting to me. And the Frozen Solid works great with Venom Hydra, because the longer they stand still, the more damage they take. Venom Hydra is just always on my Inferno build because it does so much damage. I'm still using Teleport and Mirror Image with Illusionist, but I've changed the Teleport rune to Safe Passage so I can take less damage after the Teleport. We'll see how that works. I've been using Prismatic Armor on Energy Armor, but I think I'm going to switch back to Force, because I still get one-shot by things like those Freezy Orbs. I have Blur for decreased melee damage, and Galvanizing Ward for the life per second, just so I can recover some. I have a bit more life than I had in Inferno 2. I try to keep it a little low for Force Armor and Illusionist, but I've had to go up to 36,000 just to stay alive here. My armor with Energy Armor, well, once it comes back, is about 5,100, which gives me, I think, like a 65% reduction. And my resistances are about 550, I guess, give me about a 65% reduction. So overall, I think I'm taking 10 to 15% damage. Someone could do the math. But the strategy so far in Act 3, like I said, has just been stay far away from everything, because everything kills you really fast, especially if you don't have Energy Armor on, because you're waiting for the cooldown. So the white guys are usually pretty easy. It's mostly the blues and yellows you have to worry about, although there are some white guys that I have a lot of trouble with, namely Soul Rippers. Those guys are horrible, and we'll probably find one soon and you can see how horrible they are. So you can see this Seeker can kind of turn the corner here, which is really awesome when you don't want to get close to guys. You can just hang out outside the hallway and let your missiles go in there. And you do take a small damage reduction from Charged Blast, but it's really only about 20%. It's almost nothing compared to what you get from being able to shoot guys that you can't even see. And we have a blue pack behind us. Seems like a fairly easy one. It's these demon guys, and they're pretty slow. Don't want to get too close to them, so I'm kind of trying to get them to follow us. The only thing that might make this hard is the fact that we haven't cleared much of the instance. Oh, I got frozen there. They have shielding, which is never fun. But I'm going to have to just try to kite them in this small space. I might just take them back to that room. Okay, come back here. These Freezy Orbs, yes, can kill me pretty quickly. So there's a lot of dying and coming back, at least for me in Act 3. If you feel like Diablo 3 isn't frustrating enough for you, I would suggest coming to Act 3 Inferno, where you get all the frustration you require. Also, if you're looking to hate Diablo 3, it's a good place to come. But all things considered, since this is supposed to be endgame, people have been able to get here pretty quickly. I know people have been farming Act 4 for at least a week now, which is crazy to me. It's just a mixture of having really good gear and being a better player than I am, I suppose. Because I can hardly do Act 3. As you can see, I'm not even doing Act 3. Okay. And yeah, it does make it a lot easier when you can kite them around. I don't have much room here, especially if we had a loop we could do, but it doesn't look like we have anything cleared out, and we wouldn't want to run into a Soul Ripper or something and then not be able to split the groups up. So we're just gonna have to make do with what we have. It seems like their shield is up most of the time, which just seems overpowered as an ability to me, but whatever, what you gonna do. It's taking a while to kill him, mostly because of that shield. Oh, we're getting too far. Oh, but if we could just clear this, we'd have a loop, which would make things so much easier. So I think that's what I'm going to try to do. It's not much of a loop, it's kind of small, but a loop's a loop. Oh, didn't quite make it out there. They also have Nightmarish, but I think I've only been feared once. I don't really mind Nightmarish too much. Unless they have that Arcane Enchant, of course. I think I might abandon this loop. So this is what an average blue pack looks like. There's some blue packs that I just can't take out. Like I said, the Soul Rippers. I guess that's the only type of unit I really can't take out. There are certain abilities that can make other types of units impossible. Certain units that have the fast or invulnerable minions buff are just impossible for me. I think I made a bad mistake coming in here, but I'm going to see if we can... Oh cool, this is almost cleared already, so should be able to make that a loop. And this will make that things a lot easier. Follow me. So yeah, I think this is the build I'll be using most of Act 3. It allows me to do decent damage while not getting close to enemies. And there's just no way I could have even taken out rare packs with my old build. I just had to get too close to them. Not too far there. So yeah, it's rare that I can kill a blue or yellow pack without dying. Sometimes they are really easy and I can do it. But it's a lot of me wiping, to be honest. It's a slow progression. But there's not much else I can do right now other than farm gold, which I do a bit of. Sometimes I'll just drop down a few acts and farm in Act 1 or the beginning of Act 2. More often I just put on my gold find set and go to Nightmare or Hell. I can get some decent gold that way. Usually at least 200,000 an hour. Closer to 250 or 300 now though. So I have a little bit more gold find. And I can get through Hell pretty quickly. Used to have to rely on Nightmare. You can see this is kind of the same thing over and over again. I'm putting down my venom and slowing them with my blizzard so they take more from the venom. Using these doorways a lot. You don't have doorways in all of Act 3, but you usually have something you can go around. And honestly, I just end up doing so much more damage with Seeker because I can stay away from guys. And it looks like I got a yellow, which is lucky for me because I have no plus gold find. And that was my first Nephilim stack. But let's see if this Act 3 yellow is any good. Oh, not that. I just put on a blue spear. And no, it's not very good. Probably have to vendor that. But anyways, that was it. I just wanted to show you guys a bit of Act 3 and how ridiculous it's been for me so far. I can't even imagine what Act 4 is going to be like, but I know people have been farming it for a while, so it must be doable, even if I have to get some better gear, which I'm sure I will. But yeah, let me know if you guys saw anything that I could improve on, or if you guys have just been finding things that work for you in the harder difficulties. Leave them in the comments. I really like that the comments have kind of become a resource for people to learn from, and you guys have had some great ideas, and I've implemented a lot of them. I'll try to give you guys credit when I use your ideas, because I'm taking them all the time, and it helps me a lot. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I post at least one weekly strat video. I'll have another video out by Friday, because it is Inferno Friday. And yeah, just keep watching. Thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up and the comments. I'll talk to you guys soon.